What's up? What's up? What's going on out there? Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Easy Work Boxing about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please do that. Got to talk about this situation. You know, it's my first time talking about it. You know, I'm sure everybody done heard news on it. You heard what everybody got to say. I'm speaking my two cents on it. Errol Spence is going to jail. That's y'all might as well get ready for it. They're coming for him next. Next they because they already looking for the situation of, you know, when we gonna say allegedly, where they have found that Yellow Beezy did go into his accounts and pull out $40,000 days after the death of Mo3. So they said that there is another guy that they are looking into who's supposed to also help sponsor the murder, but they haven't released his name yet. I believe that guy is Errol Spence Jr. I think Errol Spence Jr. is the one who's also going to sponsor the hit. If you listen to the guy who's in jail on Rebel Life Entertainment, I think that's what it is, Rebel Life. You know, they do a little podcast. Charleston White used to be on there and stuff like that. You know what? Basically, they out there saying that the hitman has an interview out there. I just listened to it, and the hitman say, "Oh, I would never do nothing for no 40,000." Yeah, you wouldn't do nothing for just 40,000. But what about the other guy that they're saying supposed to put his money with Yellow Beezy's for the murder to go down? Now, a lot of people know. If you don't know, you've heard now that the word on the street is that it was Mo3 that was actually chasing Errol Spence that night, which caused that accident when he flipped his car. So I can understand and see Errol Spence's name popping up this and possibly putting a hit on Mo3 because Mo3 was on his like pants, you know what I'm saying? Like back pockets on pants. You know, they had situations where he showed up allegedly to the boxing gym, you know, to come at Errol Spence, things of that nature. So I'm sure in my mind, it will be probably hitting the airwaves real soon that is going to connect to Errol Spence Jr. I believe that. Now, from what I understand, the sad thing about it is all these guys grew up together. Another sad thing is all of them came into the entertainment game, whether it may be sports, rapping, doing good, able to take care of their families. And somewhere in this situation, these men separated. And, you know, when money comes, you know, things change, jealousy comes. And I think in this case, when it comes to Errol Spence and Yellow Bees, I think on Yellow Bees, it was more jealousy. And when I think of Errol Spence, it was more fear, which is hard for to understand because you're a boxer. But Errol Spence is not from the streets. You know, he won a gun total. You know, Errol Spence been boxing since he was a kid. You know, he went out in the streets like that. Because if you look at him and you'll look at Mo3, you'll think like, what was Errol Spence doing driving and running away from Mo3? But, you know, Mo3 probably had more connections and more street background than Errol and more people behind him. And that's what probably, you know, stop Errol from going at him or actually fighting Mo3 because he looked bigger, he a boxer, he a trained fighter. But, you know, when it comes to gunplay, you know, you can't dodge no bullets with your fist. You know, he ain't Neo. So, you know, he could have been considered a threat by Errol Spence. I mean, Mo3 could have been considered a threat by Errol Spence Jr., you know, especially with the chasing. You know, ain't no telling what else happened, you know, showing up to the boxing gym, things of that nature. And, you know, hey, you want to get your problems out your way, you know. And they probably, him and Mo3, well, him and Yellow Beezy came together, put their money together, and they got him out the way. So I believe Errol Spence is going to go to jail, y'all. It's something going on behind the scenes. Like, even though Crawford, you know, demolished them, you know, that took the confidence out of him. But I think it's another reason that he's not willing to just go jump in the ring because he probably got this in the back of his mind, hoping and praying that his name don't come up or they don't find out anything about him, about what happened to Mo3 and his death. I think that's another issue of why we haven't seen Errol Spence just jump back into the ring yet. Also due to the lack of confidence from, you know, the massacre of what Terrence Crawford did to him. But I believe he's going to go to jail, y'all. I believe they're going to come for Errol Spence. I believe he is guilty. And not out of hate or anything. I've never liked Errol Spence. For one, I'm just going to be real with you. I've never liked Errol Spence. Not because he was fighting Terrence Crawford, you know, or anything like that. It was just his character and how he would talk to people. You know, his criticism of people and things he would say about other boxers and the disrespect, that just caused me not to like him at all, but I never wish nothing bad on the man. I wouldn't wish this on him. But if he's guilty of this, you get down, you lay down. That's just what it is. If you put your hands in this man's death, if you had a part to play in it, hey, you got to go and do what you got to do. You'll be all right. You a boxer. You should. Well, not as long as dude's arm in jail now. So you're going to have to be training like hell and join you a team up in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know you can fight, but, they got live knives in there along with the dude's arm. So, I think this is something that for him to worry about, you know what I'm saying? I think he will be the guy that they will name as the second guy who was a part of the plan of Mo3 to get murdered. And I'm just finding out that the dude who killed Mo3, the guy got out with the rifle on the highway, he's a fun boy. They say he was dating a whole transformer and was cool with it. He just said something on a video of people can say this and that about me. They can even say I'm gay. Start laughing. I took it as weird on. Why would that be the first thing a man will come out and say? They can even say I'm gay. The last thing, if I ain't gay, I want to hear somebody go out and call me as gay. But it was confirmed, on Vlad TV by Jake, the white guy Jake, that he was actually dating a transformer, and he is gay and he's a killer as well. So I'm sure he's very comfortable in jail. he said he can do him 30, do him 20, however he need to do. So he's very comfortable in jail, which is one of the reasons. From what I understand, I don't think the shooter is the one that's actually snitching. The shooter isn't the one who's actually snitching. It's the other guy who was in the car or who had something to do with dropping their location and who's also supposed to get paid too. It's the guy who's the one out there telling the business about what happened about the murder. And this guy is the guy who was upset because Mo3 was sleeping with his baby mother. So, at the end of the day, when you got to look through the city and the hoods, you know what I'm saying? Behind every beef mostly, especially today, it's always a woman behind it too. It's always, if you break it down, you crumble it up and you look in between the lines, it's always something to deal with a woman or something that's going on with a woman. And so the guy dropped the location, gave him the location. Yellow Beezer went and 5 days after the murder, got $40,000 cash. $40,000 cash out of his account. So what that look like? What that look like to y'all? Because if you in the streets, which is very stupid. This how you know Yellow Beezer went street and whoever the other guy is ain't street. Why would you go if you're gonna get a hitman? Why would you get a hitman you in videos and you got pictures with? You go out of town and get a hitman. Or you more affiliated in the streets, you go get a hitman from out of town. You got connected if you really in the streets, which lets you know these dudes be pump faking and they really went from the streets or in the streets. I got all that money. I'm not finna get no in town here. I'm getting out of town here. I'm calling some dudes I know or driving down there, talk face to face. Hey man, I need somebody to handle something for me. I need somebody about their life, about their business. Do it, get the fuck on, and you ain't gonna never hear from them again. You know what I'm saying? I want that dude who gonna hit them, leave the city right after they hit him, dropping guns, breaking the gun apart, dropping it in sewers. I ain't never got to see him again. This lets you know the Yellow Bees is not from the streets, have no connections in the street like that. He just a rapper. Because any dude know if you in the streets, which it happens in real life still, where dudes are stupid enough to go and pay somebody that's in the city that you affiliated with who can possibly snitch on you to go and commit a murder. No. If I'm a $1 million man, no. I'm going out of town. I'm buying me a shooter from out of town. I don't even want nobody to know you. I want you to do the job. As soon as you hit the job, you on the highway. You on the highway. After I meet you, pay you off, whatever, because we ain't talking. First of all, we not talking on no phones. That's what we're not doing. We ain't sending no text messages or nothing. We're going to meet somewhere. This is where we're going to meet at every time. We ain't got to talk about nothing no more. Only thing you need to do is get somebody to text me a time and say, hey, you need to be here. And now I know where they're at, and now I'll be there. We ain't never text messaging nothing. We ain't never having no conversation. And then taking $40,000 out of your bank account days after this man killed, you stupid. You could have took some money from some shows where you was paid cash and put that up there and gave it to him. Why would you go? Don't just like they track your phone nowadays when you commit murders, they check your bank accounts, especially if you a guy who they saying hired a hitman. Of course, they're gonna check your accounts, and you go right down there and pull out $40,000. You stupid. You stupid. He's supposed to do some shows, had cash money out on the streets, then went and paid that off. You don't go in your account and take out $40,000 right after you were. Come on, man. This show that these dudes, these rappers, don't be knowing nothing about the streets. They ain't out there like they say they out there. They ain't out there like they say they be out there, making dumb moves in decisions like this. Now you probably finna go to jail. And Errol Spence coming right behind him. Watch. I guarantee y'all it's Errol Spence. I guarantee y'all it's Errol Spence, that second guy who's supposed to put that other 40,000 up, or maybe more. And see, that's why the Lord let him go in public and get embarrassed. The way Terrence Crawford beat the hell out of him, and the world saw him get embarrassed and demolished. That was God. That was just God's revenge as well. It's known Errol was putting money down to get him out of here. Yeah, that's why Errol can't focus right now. That's why he can't focus out now. This tells us he ain't been boxing because he's fighting for his freedom. I bet he is. I bet he is, but it need to go worldwide. Everybody needs to see the monster that Errol Spence is, if he's this actually is the guy. It shouldn't be behind the headlines. Don't nobody care about his boxing career. He ain't got no boxing career no more since he fought Crawford. He exposed. He gonna have to beat up on journeymen from now on. Anybody with foot movement and power and ain't one-dimensional will beat Errol Spence. Boots will beat Errol Spence probably. Boots. Right now, Boots will beat Errol Spence. His career over besides him going and pick fights. He gonna have to cherry pick the rest of his career. He one-dimensional. Jab, jab, come forward. Jab, jab, come forward. Who can't beat that? Besides flat-footed fighters. Sean, who said Barrios beats Errol. Hey, he ain't nothing else good coming out of no Errol Spence Jr. Especially with these coming, this coming across this case. You know what I'm saying about this murder. I'm telling y'all, they coming to pick him up next. They come to pick him up next, which he had no reason to even hang around these people. Your lifestyle is totally different than other rappers. You ain't have no business around them to be beefing with no Mo3, to be hanging around no Yellow Bees. You around dudes that smoke weed every day. You got an old lady at the house. You got kids at the house. You got a fiance, I think, at the house. Old girl you was with. You supposed to be in a boxing gym, but where you used to be at? In a club getting drunk. In the club getting drunk, trying to hang around rappers you ain't have no business hanging around. From the way it looked like, the real ones that just grew up together was Trap Boy Freddy, Mo3, and Yellow Beezy. I think Errol Spence just came affiliated in this stuff when he just got some money. Then he probably knew of them, went to school with them or something. But then they really started hanging around him when he blew up. Ain't no old pictures of Mo3, Errol Spence, and Yellow Beezy, like when they was in high school or nothing like that. They started clicking around Errol when Errol got money. And Errol started hanging around them when he got money. So he never had no business around them people, no way. No way. They ain't coming to the gym, helping you train. They ain't protecting you. If all of them were friends, somebody should have been sent up there in a situation to try to stop all that. This is where the hate came in for Mo3. They was the jealousy of for Mo3. That's what they hated Mo3. They hated him. I guess the little dude was turning. I guess he had hands himself because he looked like he was 5'1", 5 feet tall. From what I'm guessing, I don't know. He looked very short. Evidently, he probably was a little chubby dude, had them hands. Because y'all could have settled that with a fist fight. Y'all didn't have to kill somebody y'all grew up with, bro. Y'all didn't have to kill that dude. It was straight jealousy that caused them to kill him. If Trap Boy Freddy in it, whatever his name is, Trap Boy in it, Yellow Bees, it was out of jealousy. Errol Spence involved in it out of fear. Errol Spence ain't about that life. All that big shark, all that talk, that's the wannabe Errol Spence, the wannabe street Errol Spence. You see what I'm saying? Big fish and all that and acting all tough. That's how Errol Spence comes to household living good. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with not being street. Ain't nothing wrong with not being street. You ain't no lame for being a man and staying out the way and making sure your children straight and your career keep progressing to the fullest. You start hanging out them dudes and you lost everything now. You done lost your confidence and you about to lose your freedom. And you about to lose your freedom. Let me see. Let me see if can duck the DA like he ducked. Oh, let me see if he can duck the DA like he ducked Bud. That's what it looked like he trying to do. Look like he ain't trying to set up no big fights or nothing. Put his name out there. He afraid the DA might sit up there and say, oh, that's who we looking for. Errol Spence, write his name down. I've been wondering where he was. It's like he don't want to do nothing. Like he is hiding from them. But they come. They come. Errol let that clout get to him. He was acting like a straight diva for the camera when he was on that high horse. Errol's an idiot. I agree with you. AK, how you been doing, baby? I ain't seen you in a minute with your beautiful stuff. Disrespecting Sean Port at that press conference after the fight. I never liked dude. That's what I stated in the beginning of the video. I don't like Errol Spence. I'm not wishing the worst for him. I'm not that type of guy. I don't like him. I didn't like his character, his mouth. He would disrespect people who wasn't disrespecting him. You see what I'm saying? Like if y'all remember when him and Bud was talking when he had on that red hoodie and Bud homeboy was standing beside him and the homeboy was like, kept saying, Bud gonna beat you, Bud gonna beat you. He was so afraid of Terrence Crawford, he go to talking to the homeboy. Telling the homeboy he need to be quiet. That's when Terrence Crawford had to tell him, no, talk to me. Talk to me. I'm the person you got to fight. He was so intimidated. I told y'all he was going to lose that fight for 5 years. I knew he was afraid of Crawford. He didn't want them problems for real. But I respected that the fact he didn't want to duck. Well, he wasn't going to duck. Because we would have never got that fight if it wasn't for Errol Spence. We would have never got that fight if it wasn't for Errol Spence standing up and being a real fighter. We would have never saw what happened with Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. He had to leave Al Heyman to make that fight. Al Heyman them didn't want him to fight Terrence Crawford because they knew. They knew he wasn't going to beat Terrence Crawford. But Errol, believing in himself at that time, which he has no confidence now from that butt whipping, but him being the Danny Garcias, the Sean Porters, and the Ugases, he had confidence in himself. I can beat him. But we saw he couldn't. But he finna go to jail. I bet you he finna go to jail. I bet you he be that second guy that pop up in there. Because Yellow Bees and them was jealous of Mo3. Mo3 was a better artist than them. He could sing. He had a more bigger fan base. Everybody would at least love one of his songs. Yellow Bees did one album and one song was a hit. That's on me, baby. That's it. After that, we ain't heard nothing from Yellow Bees. Nothing. They say you did a song with Lil Wayne. I ain't never heard it. You do a song with Lil Wayne, don't nobody hear. Trash. But which Lil Wayne trash right now. Trash. Mo3 was the one that wasn't known that much. Mo3 was the one who was sleeping on the back of the bus, balled up on tour buses with no jewelry on, no nothing. Y'all remember they came out and tried to dog him when he first started getting hot a little bit. Somebody took out a picture of him sleeping on a tour bus. Who y'all think did that? Who y'all think did that? I think that was Yellow Beezy or people around Yellow Beezy. Took that picture of that boy and showed him on that tour bus sleeping balled up like he was cold on it. And then he come out, when he get his opportunity, he surpassed all of them. He surpassed all of them. What it say? God will show you, God will lift you up in front of the people that was trying to keep you down. And that's what happened with that boy. God lifted that man up in front of the people who was trying to put him down, and they got jealous. They got jealous. And one thing about jealousy, somebody who jealous of you hate to hear your name. Somebody who jealous of you hate to hear your name. Man, what's up with you on Mo3? I don't know. Remember, I don't know that dude. Remember the interviews Yellow Beezy was doing? What about Mo3? Who was that? Who was that? You see what I'm saying? This somebody you grew up with. Jealous. Jealous. It's okay for somebody to be, you know what I'm saying, envious or jealous of you and ain't around you. But when it's somebody you know and you grew up with, that's dangerous. And you see how dangerous it is now. And him and Errol Spence stayed in the same apartment complex. Mo3 and Errol Spence stayed in the exact same apartment complex. The whole time beefing. If I ain't mistaken, it was something that actually happened at the apartment complex at one point. I think they either showed Mo3 showed up to Errol Spence's apartment, which is why Errol Spence moved out to the country. Think about that. Think about that. Errol Spence was a city boy, from what I understand. The situation started happening with Mo3. He gonna get him some land out in the country. Out of what? Fear. That's what I take it as, fear. And out of fear of retaliation of what may go down if something happened to Mo3 either after he got it or he got that in the process of what was going to happen to Mo3. Straight left the city. Moved down to the country. Bought a ranch. Why y'all think he did that? Fear. Not just the Mo3, but the retaliation that could come after that once somebody will find out that you had hands in that young man's murder. I guarantee y'all it was Errol Spence. I guarantee. Trap Boy Freddy probably ain't have no. Trap Boy Freddy wasn't that vicious of a dude to have him killed like that. It was the person who was jealous and the person who feared him. And that was Yellow Beezy and Errol Spence Jr. Now watch. They're going to go and check Errol Spence's account next. When they get him in there, watch they have Errol Spence's account information go and look and see don't he be the next one that took out some money. During that time, watch. I wish we saw Brooke get in the mix with the PBC dudes like Danny and Thurman. I think could have stopped Garcia, and Thurman could have been a banger. What you mean, Brooke versus Thurman? Yeah, that would have been a good fight. That would have been a good fight. But yeah, y'all get ready for it. All you we don't know what no big fish fans at no more. Since he got demolished by Terrence Crawford, I ain't seen one person come out talking about no big fish talk. And y'all used to be, boy, you couldn't tell an Errol Spence fan nothing. You couldn't say nothing about Errol Spence back in the day, boy. You go against Errol Spence, say he might lose the fight, boy, they're going to talk about your mama, your daddy, your children. You broke, you stupid, you don't know nothing about boxing, you an idiot. Your mom ain't shit, you ain't shit. You ain't nothing if you would have said something about this boy. After he lost, I ain't seen none of them people. I ain't seen none of them fans pop up on no channel saying nothing no more. But that's how life go. When you on top, everybody want to roll with you. When you fall, ain't nobody even calling your phone no more. Well, guess what? In a minute, ain't nobody finna be calling his phone for real when they see his face pop up with that charge. When they see his face pop up in that charge, ain't nobody gonna, I bet you Yellow Bees will tell. I bet you Yellow Bees will tell. Yeah, Yellow Bees don't look like he the type to go to jail by himself. He ain't the type to go to jail by himself. He don't live by no real dude ethics. He ain't got no street code, no code of ethics. He showed y'all that when he messed up and took the 40,000 out of his own account and didn't hire nobody out of town here. He hired a dude that's in his pictures with him to go kill somebody. How dumb can you be? How dumb can you be? You go hire a dude that's standing by. Then the killer go take pictures after the murder with money stacked this tall. You ain't never used to see him in no videos and nothing with no money for real like that. After he commit the murder of Mo3, he taking pictures with money this big on his shoulders, two of them, holding them up, two large stacks of money. He got paid to do that hit. So all the big fish fans, you wonder why your boy ain't came back yet, why he ain't just jumping in the ring. He scared, he worried. He just scared of Crawford. He worried about this case popping up and his name getting affiliated in it now. That's what he worried about. He don't want his name to pop up and then, oh, Errol Spence Jr. name has came up in the killing of the rapper Mo3. He don't want y'all to hear about when the feds gonna go hit his house. When they have a search warrant on that big ranch. That's sad, man. You too big. You supposed to fault that man or something. You supposed to say, man, if you really got a problem with me, who finna fight a boxer though? That's one thing. That's one thing. Who finna fight a boxer? So ain't no fighting me, Errol Spence Jr. If I was Mo3. Now we ain't finna fight. Only thing you gonna be fighting is a bullet when you on the ground. We ain't finna be fighting and you throwing hands like that. What happened? Errol Spence Jr. finna get ready to go to jail for the death of Mo3. That's what's finna happen. Errol Spence Jr. is finna go to jail for the death of rapper Mo3 pretty soon. That's what's finna happen. He finna be locked up, y'all. He up out of here. He helped put some money on his head. He helped put some money on his head, and he finna pay for it. You done took that man's life. The man had kids and everything. Jealousy and fear is what got this young man killed. Jealousy and fear. All because he was blowing up. All because his music was shining better than yours. The same dude who's on that tour bus, balled up, hungry, ashy, got his bread, got his opportunity, and blew the hell up, singing and rapping. Singing and rapping, good songs, which if you could tell, Mo3 should have been in a church though. His voice was for church music. His voice was for church music. He's supposed to have been a gospel singer. Or even though I don't like gospel music, new era gospel music, Mo3 is supposed to have been a gospel music kind of guy, gospel singer. He could even put rap into it, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't supposed to be a secular musician. And ultimately, that's what caused his death. That's what caused his death. Being that type of musician, getting into things that unfortunately came and took the young man's life. So, what's up, Falcon? So, unfortunately, y'all, Big Fish finna go down. Big Fish finna have to show y'all he can swim, baby. He finna have to show y'all he can swim in there with them sharks. He finna have to swim. He finna have to show us he can swim in them with them sharks. I'm finna put the link up if anybody want to come on and talk about this situation. You know, want to give your 2 cents about it. The link right there in the description. Also support the channel. You see it going across the bottom of the screen. If you could cash out, you would like to support the channel. It's at the bottom of the screen. I would truly appreciate that. But if you would like to come on the channel as well, you know what I'm saying? You may not agree with my comments. You may not agree with what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You are welcome to come on the platform and we discuss it. We talk about it. I ain't gonna be on much longer if nobody come on and you know what I'm saying, want to discuss it. According to Blue Blood, he finna fight a case. He better now see, according to Blue Blood, if he fight Barrios, what happened to this weight drain stuff? So what happened to this weight drain stuff if he going back to 147? Paul, what's the title about? It's about Errol Spence finna go to jail. Sooner or later, he finna be connected to the death of rapper Mo3, and y'all gonna see it in the headlines pretty soon that he gonna get linked to that murder. Errol Spence gonna be in jail pretty soon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He going to jail. You going to jail now? You going to jail now? Yeah, pretty soon he finna get linked to that murder, and he up out of here. Only thing he finna be fighting is a case. That's all he finna be fighting is a case, y'all. Poor Errol. Poor Errol, Yellow Bees. See what jealousy gets you? Jealousy and fear get you? You see what jealousy and fear get you? See, when they was hanging around each other, that's when they was plotting the murder. Man, I'm tired of Mo3, man. I'm tired of him too, man. What we gonna do about it? Man, let's put some money on his head. I know somebody to get him out of our way. I can pay some little dudes that be behind me, rapping behind me, want me to sign them, be around me. I can pay them to get him out of here. Plus, one of the killers, he already like boys, so he ain't gonna snitch because he gonna be happy when he go to jail. All we gotta do, see, that's why the shooter is not telling on Mo3. I mean, not telling on Yellow Bees. See, he want to still be comfortable while he in jail. If you listen to the interview where he was talking, he was already saying, man, like, I ain't got nobody, I ain't got no family, nothing like that. See, he know he gone. He know he gone. He just want to make sure some Yellow Bees stay out to continue to look out for him. That's what he doing. That's what he doing. So he want Yellow Bees out so Yellow Bees could still be funding him while he in jail. Now, if Yellow Bees get out and don't send him no money over time, watch he gonna tell on. Watch he gonna tell on. If Yellow Bees don't feed that man while he in jail, Why she gonna come out and say, I'm gonna go on here and spill the beans? Hell yeah, he had something to do with it. Hell yeah, I'm in here doing 30 life sentence, death penalty, and this nigga out on the street ain't sent me nothing. Hell yeah, he had something to do with it. Yeah, he gave me the money to off that man. Yeah. Yeah, he gave me the money. Pulled up on me at this place, that place, and he gave me the money. Now watch when they catch Errol though. Watch when they catch Errol when they go into that account. The year, what year Mo3 died? 2020. Year 2020. What month? I don't know what month it happened in. But watch when they go back and check that account. Year 2020, around the time of Mo3's death, within a week or 2 weeks, Errol Spence gonna be and took some money out his account. He gonna be and took some money out his account to fund that man death. And he gonna be out of here. He gonna be out of here. Yeah, damn, Errol. Like I said, the link is in the description. You're more than welcome to come on. You're more than welcome to come on. Let me hear your piece in it. If you think he's guilty or if you don't think he's guilty, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them channels where you get on, speak your opinion. I don't push you off here. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that channel. You can come on anytime. I'm gonna put the link up again so you can see it. Well, thank you, Paul. I'm gonna put the link up here again if you want to come on and talk and say your piece on this situation. You're more than welcome here. I'm not these other dudes. I'm not gonna ban you from the channel because you got a different opinion. That's the link right there. All you gotta do is hit it. You'll come right on the channel, man. I would love to hear what you got to say. Support the channel. Hit your like buttons, please. If you're watching, please hit your like buttons. Please hit your like button. Ain't neither one of them got no sense. Both of them fools. Y'all hire a hitman and you taking pictures with the hitman. The hitman in your video shoots, standing beside you. Come on, man. Not once yet did the guy that killed Mo3 even give him a reason yet. He ain't said, and I hate the Rebel Life Productions interviewer. I hate the Rebel Life Production interviewer. He was dick riding more than being a journalist in that situation. He's supposed to ask someone, well, man, you did this. What was your reason for killing Mo3? Was it personal? What happened for you to find him like that and gun this man down on the highway? Why did you do this to this man? Instead, he up there dick riding him instead of getting the information the public want to know. The boy ain't said one time, was this something personal between him and Mo3 yet? He ain't said one time, oh man, me and him got into it at a show one night, and you know, he was gay. So it wasn't that Mo3 was messing with his boyfriends or nothing like that. So how did it get to the point where you wanted him dead? Because he was paid to do it. He was paid. He ain't said one time, oh man, him been beefing since we went to high school, or he did something, or put it, you know what I'm saying? He had beef with my brother. Nothing. He ain't said nothing. He just said, just told his lawyer, just look out for me, make sure I'm straight. Do what you can for me. He want Yellow Beezer out so Yellow Beezer can fund him while he in prison. And when Yellow Beezer get out and don't send him no money, he gonna come back and he gonna tell the public, yeah, he had something to do with it. He gonna say Errol Spence had something to do with it too. Matter of fact, hold up. At one point, Errol Spence and Yellow Bees got on the airplane, both of their girlfriends, and took a trip together. I can't think when this was. Let me type this in. Try to see if I can find out when they took that trip. When did they take that trip when they went out of town? Anybody remember that? Do anybody? I'm trying. This came out in April 2021. Well, I got this up here with them two dancing. Look like in this hotel room or something like that. All right, now let me look up Mo3's death date. Mo3's death date. November the 11th, 2020. And on November 11th, 2020 was the day Mo3 was killed. And Errol Spence and Yellow Beezer was out of town on a trip together in April of 2021. April of 2021, they was out of town. What you think they were celebrating? What you think they were celebrating? April 2021 was this probably one of the exact day that the video was. This probably the day the video was put up. They probably went in March. Probably went in April. Probably went in March or April. For March. But it was posted. This video was posted. Let me show y'all the video. Let me show y'all the video. This is April of 2021. This months after. This months after this man been murdered. Look like they celebrating to me. Look like they celebrating to me. Huh? What look like to y'all? Look at him, man. Look at your boy. Then God says, you know what? Ain't nothing happened yet. The people ain't found out. Yellow Bees ain't been arrested or nothing yet. They still together. They still together. Around this time, when he fight Crawford, God let him get in the ring and let the whole world see him get pumpkin head. God got his revenge that night for him, for Mo3. God got his revenge for Mo3. When was the fight? June, July 26, 2023. God got Mo3 revenge when he let Terrence Crawford pumpkin head his ass. God said, "Oh, well, you ain't got the worldly retaliation of revenge from me yet. They ain't came to lock y'all up yet. But I'm gonna let you sit up in front of the world on the stage of boxing and let this boy Terrence Crawford beat the hell out of you. That's gonna be the first revenge I'm gonna get off. That's gonna be the first revenge I get off you. I'm gonna let the world see you get demolished. I'm gonna let the world see you get demolished, broken down like a kitchen table in front of the world. I'm gonna let them see that. Then a little while later in time, I'm gonna let them go and come pick you up for what you did. They're gonna come pick your homeboy up too. But then you gonna be next. What y'all think they doing all that dancing for? Yeah. Y'all jugging. Y'all ain't gonna be jugging no more. So you can see they've been hanging around each other. This right here was when in 2018 of them hanging together. Been plotting and thinking of this man murder. See that right there? Uploaded January 17, 2018. They've been hanging around each other. They've been plotting on this man murder. Been plotting on this man murder. Duke Farrow, what's up with you, my brother? What you got to say today?
Hey, what's up? Easy work.
What's going on with you, bro?
Where you find this information at?
Oh, just information from myself. I already know, and I'm speculating a little bit, but I know he's gonna come up as a guy. They're looking for the second guy. They say it's a second guy that also helped sponsor the murder of Mo3. It ain't came out yet, but I'm thinking it's this boy right here, Errol Spence. I think that yeah, I think why I believe Errol. That's what you asked.
Yeah.
Errol and Mo3, had altercations. Mo3 would show up to Errol Spence at the boxing gym. Errol Spence crashed his car that night because he was being chased by Mo3. And if you ever heard a song by Mo3, he was actually saying how he really did show up to the boxing gym on Errol Spence Jr. And they had been in beef. So I think that it was those two that put that money together to get that young man to kill Mo3.
Hold on real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to come right back with some info for you.
I think that they both conspired to get this man killed. Look at them just hanging around each other. May 8th. So this after they got back from the trip. Out of town trip. This is a recent picture right here. This recent. Huh? This recent of them hanging together. Did y'all see this picture? I don't know why I didn't switch, but it's a bigger picture of these two chilling. Brothers in crime. Brothers in crime. Killers in crime. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, I gotta switch it so y'all can see it. It's on another one. Y'all set that man up to be killed. Set this man up to be killed, man. Yeah. Killers. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Y'all finna go to jail. Y'all finna go to jail, man. It's OV, man. Why you think they was hanging around each other so tight? Feeling like bosses. What you say, Yellow Beezy? You got a problem with it? Put them in the dirt. Put them in the dirt. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all finna go to jail. Hey, both of y'all scared running around Houston. Y'all finna go to jail. See, Errol Spence wasn't nowhere in the picture when they was growing up. He was gone boxing. If they were friends, he was out of the picture. He was going to the Olympics and boxing and stuff. He wasn't around Trap Boy Freddy and all them like that. He wasn't around them like that. Oh yeah, because remember, Errol gonna enjoy a lot dropping the soul. Remember, he kissed Mo3. Y'all remember that? Y'all don't remember when he kissed Mo3? I mean, not Mo3. He kissed Yellow Beezy. And they were sitting on that couch together. Yeah, that was his boo thing. That was his boo thing. That's why he turned down the Pandora fight and stuff. That's why he ain't came back yet, because he worried. That's why he worried. Oh, man, he's somewhere praying like hell. Please don't let my name, Lord, please don't let my name come up in this murder case, Lord. Please don't let them see. Please don't let them come for me, Lord. That's why he ain't boxed yet. He's something that's scared as hell. Scared as hell. Lord, don't let my name pop up in this case. He said something, well, man, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have been nowhere involved in that. Yeah, you shouldn't have been involved in nowhere in that. You gonna pay, Errol. You gonna pay, Errol. I bet y'all, mark my words, I bet y'all he be the second guy. He gonna be the second guy that helped pay for that murder. It's just gonna take some time. And when it pop up, remember Easy came to y'all first and told you. Remember Easy came to you first and told y'all. that he was the second guy that they were looking for who helped put money towards that murder. Got this man killed over nothing. Jealousy and fear. Jealousy and fear got this man killed. And it's Errol Spence and Yellow Bees. I guarantee y'all. I guarantee y'all. That's why. That's why the Lord let him get the hell beat out of him in that Crawford fight. Not saying it was just God, you know what I'm saying, but God gave him his moment to break him down in front of the world. And let them see what this was. That's the day Mo3 got a little bit of his justice. A little bit of his justice for what happened to him. You feel me? You feel me? I've been on for a minute, y'all. I've been on for 56 minutes. You know what I'm saying? When I get to an hour mark, I'm gonna go and get up off of here. I had to come on here and speak my two-piece. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna believe it. But when it do come out, then y'all gonna be like, remember, yeah, that boy Easy Work, he came out and he told the public, you know, Errol Spence Jr. was gonna be the guy that they was looking for. Remember me saying this to y'all, that he will be the guy that they are looking for. The guy who helped fund the murder of Mo3, the second guy. Because the guy in the video said, man, I ain't gonna do nothing. Do nothing for no 40,000. That ain't even enough to get me a lawyer. So he got some more money. He got some more money for that murder. Yellow Bees paid 40, and somebody else probably paid another 40. And I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be Errol Spence. He's gonna be the guy that paid that second half of that hit. I guarantee. I guarantee. But before the show ends, y'all, please hit your like buttons. Please hit your like buttons. Everybody watching right now, it ain't gonna hurt you at all. Just go down there and hit it for me. You know what I'm saying? That'll be some support for the channel. Like I said before, if you want to show some love to the channel, it's going at the bottom of the screen. You can go to Cash App, support the channel that way as well. I appreciate everybody tuning in, taking time out to watch this video. And you know, Easy gonna be back, man. You know, I love the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Even though this has nothing to do with boxing, just a boxer involved in this situation, a sad situation. I had to come out and I had to talk about it, man. You know? So I thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, hit the like button before you go. This your boy Easy.